Good morning and welcome to the Essential Space. This morning we have Jake Minot joining us along with our special guest, Ed Zagrabic. They're both out in the field and they've been working with one of our newest products, the Centurion, which is a concrete cleaner and densifier. We're going to let Jake ask some questions. So welcome, Jake, and take it away.
Yeah, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So we're in the middle of our launch for this Centurion product, which is a cleaner and densifier. We've sent a lot of samples out into the field for people to use and provide feedback on what they're seeing and what they like or what they might want to tweak. The feedback that we've gotten so far has been very positive. Wanted to ask just what you're hearing from some of the samples that you've sent out.
I would say the two or three things that I'm hearing from the people that have taken a look at the product, and keep in mind these people that we're giving the samples to are currently using a product that either has a densifier or they're working on concrete all the time. So they've seen products like this before and they have an idea of what we're looking for. So it's important for us to get good feedback. That way we give them exactly what they're looking for. The first thing is because it's blue concentrate, everyone knows that it's an exceptional cleaner. And I know the first two stories I heard was that they went into the closet after cleaning the floor. They were dumping out the recovery tanks, and the water that was coming out of the recovery tanks from the auto scrubber was absolutely black. And I asked them, of course, the next question was, well, when you use your other cleaner or a traditional neutral cleaner, what does it look like? What's the comparison? They said literally it's like night and day. It's our product really pulls a lot of the dirt out of the floor. That's the blue concentrate part of it. And the competitive sets don't do that. So when you think about labor, you're cleaning less, you're getting better results on one job. You're giving a better appearance to the floor. So that's a big win for us. Another thing is we talk about the densifier part of it is to them, you can't use just a regular neutral cleaner because that's throwing something at an issue you have that isn't going to solve your problem with concrete. And when you include a densifier, what a densifier does is it fuses together the compounds that are in the concrete. So the inert parts of the concrete with the sand, and it bonds it into a crystalline bond so that it makes the concrete more tight. It makes the surface more dense and abrasion resistant. So using a neutral cleaner, you're not going to get something like that. So right away, they're like, you know what, if this has the densifier, this gives us this. So big win for someone that works on concrete all the time. And then the other thing, believe it or not, is just because, we specialize in unique products that are out of the box, that taking something and making it better, right away they assume that it's going to work because we're putting it out. So the third thing was usually, well, how much is it? Because we want to buy it. And I'm like, well, why don't we try it a few times? Get some feedback and make sure it's delivering exactly what you're looking for. And they're like, all right, okay, so what's the price? Those three things were the three things that came back. And I keep hearing also now more of the information's been trickling in. I think it's going to be a great product. We have the reputation of making products that really, if anything, over deliver. And that's what our customer base is expecting.
Ed, what kind of areas or what kind of floors are you putting this on? Where are they? Are they in a certain kind of industry? What is the place that you've been hearing that they're actually putting this product?
That's a good question. The interesting thing is no matter where you go in North America right now, people are going to concrete, even if they have VCT, so vinyl composite tile, and they're popping the tiles and saying, okay, we're just going to run on this surface right here. Great idea for someone that's an engineer or someone that wants to make it appear that it's easier to take care of, but it creates an issue for the people that are actually taking care of the floor because they're not sure what to do. For our tests, it was really easy to find locations because two of them were schools. So there's schools where they had the idea, we're going to get rid of the tile, we're going to get rid of the terrazzo, it's all concrete. So their testing went down on hallways, which were all concrete in schools. They can't put floor finish on it because it's not going to stick, or 70% of it will stick and it looks really bad. So to be able to clean it effectively. Also, we had tests in grocery stores. You look at most of the stores that you go shopping in right now, whether it's a commercial store like a Target or going to a grocery store, they're going to concrete. After those, then we had office buildings. The ground floor when you walk into the office building is all concrete. all these locations were looking for something to solve issues where a neutral cleaner or just a regular cleaner wasn't doing the job effectively. The Centurion will be a product where there's a lot of floors out there where our customer does not want to put anything on the floor. All they want to do is clean the floor, and they may be even just grinding or polishing the floor, but they're putting nothing down.
Speaking about just the Centurion, I'm a little bit vague on what it does over time. What happens in the process of using it over and over again?
Well, the densifier does build on itself, but it's such a small amount where it can have an effect on the floor if you're using it continually. It's not like putting floor finish down where if you continue to put coats and coats of floor finish down, you're going to end up with 30 or 40 coats, and that's not what we recommend for coated floor. The Centurion has a smaller amount of the densifier, but it's enough to make a difference so that you're basically rebuilding the concrete when you're using this. So you turn it into a maintenance program where you're cleaning the floor all the time. Your floor looks great. You're not going to have issues with dirt buildup or the concrete, wearing down as much because you're constantly refortifying the concrete with the densifier.
Jake, do you have anything else that we need to point out at this time?
One of the things that makes this product unique is that we kind of designed it so that it could fit into anybody's system. Whether you're running auto scrubbers, mopping it down, you can use it in just about any application that you're used to. So you don't have to change your system in using this product, and that's what we tried to build here.
Wonderful. Ed, is there anything you'd like to add?
The one thing I think that's important is if you look at, there's a grocery chain in Texas that we work with. They have a number of stores. So they literally have hundreds of stores. And some of their stores, all they want to do is clean the floor, and occasionally they'll grind or polish the floor. For those stores, it's important that they have a product like Centurion that they can go in and clean it, and it gives them the look they're looking for. But then they also have a number of stores that they want floor finish, a coating on those floors. So on those floors, we sell them the Pantheon. They put the Pantheon down and it seals the floor and enables them to put our X-Coat floor finish on top of that. And the X-Coat bonds to the Pantheon and it doesn't peel. It gives that the ability to adhere to something. That's what Pantheon does. It's the ultimate bridge coat. Like Jake had mentioned, with our customers, there's a lot of different things that they're running into, and concrete is just taking over our markets. So it's important that we're able to supply our customers a number of arrows to use where they can take down issues they have in the field. And I really believe that Centurion's going to add them something else to put in their pocket and use when they walk into their customers and have issues to deal with.
Are you finding, Ed, that a lot of your normal clients are looking for these solutions, or do you get people that are really kind of shying away from it and you come in and educate them so they don't have to shy away from it?
I see that in the last 20 years, it's been an industry-wide issue where people are not sure what to do with concrete. And sometimes they stay away from it because they're afraid of it. Those people we can educate. It's like Sport Coat for wood, is we educated them how to use it, and then they became champions, and they're the best in the world at it. The same thing goes with concrete, where we have some customers that are really good at concrete, and they're helping us with these products. And they're looking for these products, and then they have the ability to private brand it through us or work with us. I do look at the industry as far as who has concrete as a big pool this year for us that we can get into, where there's so many different opportunities where either we have people that are lost and not sure what to do, we can help them learn how to do this and be competitive. And then we have the customer base where they're doing some things, but then we can add our magic to it where we can private brand it. We can help them become best in the world at it, and then fortify their line with other products that'll help support it. I do think it's a great opportunity for 2021.
Well, it sounds like a great opportunity for concrete floors out there. Ed, I appreciate you coming on today. We all appreciate you coming on today to educate us a little bit more on Centurion and add a little Pantheon in there also, that, the more education we have, the better we can get out there and help our customers. Thank you very much for joining us in the Essential Space. Again, have a great day.